Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Armarauders. And I think this made by Mecha Workshop, although I did find that there's Sentinel's logo on the bottom left right there. And this is Bellerophon. Really cool. And for size comparison, we have the SH Figure Art Stormtrooper, well, in terms of the box. But this thing is huge. Alright, let me see if I can move the box. I am holding the camera, so bear with me. So I turn this box around. So there is actually, well, the front part is a sleeve. Then there's two boxes. The one is for the hanger, and this is the main figures right here. And I got this kind of like a silhouette of Bellerophon. Really cool. And on the back here, we get some more info. Yep. Quite nice. Lots of accessories. A lot of cool gimmicks. And we even have a palette here. This is the actual size. Really cool. And as I turn more here, so we got that Bellerophon Camps Custom Deluxe Edition. AB1. Yeah, really nice. Alright, so let me remove the sleeve and let's see what's inside. And I just want to cover this. This is actually the bottom. And on the top. Alright, so inside, it's nicely displayed. So we get a Javelin 500mm caliber here. Omega class long range anti-vehicle shoulder cannons. Aegis Mark V Spolder heavy shoulder armors. Anti-infantry rifle. Then we have a private first class Cameron Knox. So that's why we have a Camps Custom anti-waster cannon PC and a personal artillery component and all the other things. Really cool. There's also another gimmick since this is two part of the box. Let me see if I can do this. Right, so inside, you got a little bit of a hanger here. Then once you actually open this up, you get a nice artwork inside. That's amazing. So we have the main unit here. Kind of curious if they're gonna make the red, blue, and they even have an aerial unit up there, or even this guy here. Very interesting. Or even the enemies here. This is a really cool box. This is such an amazing figure. I start playing around with it and I don't know where to start with the review. Let's start with the height. Height wise, it's about 9 inch right here on the mark. Yeah, about 9 inch. He's quite tall. And going over with articulation, we'll start without the armaments. I think it's the easier way to go. Otherwise, it's gonna be just too many stuff going. Alright, so start with the head here. It has a really interesting sculpt on the side here, and also the decals. I do notice that the number one in particular, they have it kind of like a bit of battle damage or scarred. I thought it was like a defect, but no. All the ones are kind of like that. So head articulation is fairly good. Move up. If you hold it from here, you're gonna pop this out. And on that, you'll see some purple parts, part of his head. And there is a nice gimmick where they give you this clear piece right here. And we can put this on top as a replacement. So that's a really nice gimmick there. But I like the regular head cover. We're just gonna put this back here. There we go. Next part is the shoulder here. Seems like we have a ball joint inside towards the torso. And you get a hinge here. It's a ratcheting hinge. This connection part here does have a hinge going out. It's a ball joint. Then we have another ratcheting part here for the shoulder. I think this is where the rockets are, and if we open it up, got quite a bit of missile pods there. And we got red and orange ones. There we go. Moving down, we have a bicep swivel here, and we do have connection points here. Got the elbow. It's double jointed, and I do here a little bit of a hinge, which is good. And we got a ball joint here on the wrist and a hinge. Yep. You got articulated thumb. I like how they did that hinge. It's kind of like our hand. It's really nice. Usually they just have this segment there. Then you have articulated fingers, which is really great too. And you can spread them apart. Now, I think that's nicely made. Articulated hand. Really nice. And we're just gonna pull it up in a fist. There we go. That's great. Moving down, we have the torso here. You can, let me just adjust my camera again. Very good articulation on the waist there. Really nice. And there's actually a gimmick on the torso here, but we'll go over that after I go over the pilot. Then we have the waist, ratchet also. You know, there's certain times that I really like the ratchet, and this is one of them where the figure is huge. You want that ratchet, and that way it's not gonna get loose over time. You get a little bit. It's actually a ball joint here. Let you spread the legs just a little bit to the side. You have a swivel there. Yep. And just quickly go on the back here. You have kind of like binders here. They're just on a hinge. Yep. You get these things here also. The flaps. This side thing here. I'm not sure what this is. Are you able to open this up? Although I find it a little hard, and seems like I'm just scratching the side here. There's nothing inside. But I think you can probably put some kind of decals or stickers to have something there. Same thing on the other side here. You can open that up. Alright, so the knee articulation here. Ratchet also. And that's a fairly good bend. And I like the little details here, like caution and maintenance ports. Really nice. I don't think the knee can be moved. It's just on a... But that's really nice. I like that details there. You got the ball jointed... Well, actually, this one's a hinge here. Yeah, the ankle's actually hinged. So we get a hinge here, a swivel, and a swivel here. And you also have a ratcheting toe joint. That is great. So in this one, I'm not gonna have a problem of... Actually, there is a hinge here. You can rock that side to side. Yeah, I'm not gonna have a problem of loose joint over time because of the ratchet, which is great. Alright, let's put some accessories. Alright, so let's start on the back first, and hopefully I'm putting this correctly. So on the back here, we have a port here. This just goes in. There we go. Seems like these are his booster or thrusters, and each these are in a ball joint. Quite great. Let's grab the other one right here. It goes on the other side. There we go. quite great. And moving on, we have this cannons on top. They're on a ball joint, and a tab goes in. Actually, these ports here can also go here, and you can also move this side. Although I find that once you put this in here, it's kind of hard to take out. So I guess once I put it in here, that's it. There we go. Well, let me try that. Yeah, it's in there. And here we go. So I'm actually not sure if which one is which. Is this the other side? Because it has different decals on each side. Huh. Oh well. Maybe I can swap it out later on. Then we got the shoulder parts here. Quite great design. And it just goes here. Let's see. There we go. This does open out. Yep. Let's move on to the other side. Here we go. Put this on here. Sometimes you gotta realign the shoulder so you, when you put it on, you're not gonna hit the other parts. This is really stiff. It's one of those ones you put on the ball joint, that's it. It's not letting me in. Why? Alright, let me do this off camera. Alright, there we go. Then you do have this cool rifle. You actually get 2 of them right here. I don't think there's any special ports on this to put on him. Trying to figure out a way to, maybe here. Doesn't seem like. And they do have a magazine here, and this comes with 4 more. Although I did find a way to store the other ammo pack. This thing on his waist, we can put one on top and one on the bottom. Yep. So that's a cool ammo pack there, and same thing on the other side. But also you can take this out, and actually I find that they put this on here kind of like a replacement, and these are kind of like your energy. It's like a weapon. Kind of interesting how they have this. Let me see if this actually can go here. Actually, it does not. Looks like he's able to hold this. It's probably on his forearm here. We can attach it here. It's one of those, once you attach it, it took me a little while to get this out once you put it on. But you do have effect parts on this one. Just gonna attach this. There we go. And you have 2 small ones, and you can freely rotate that around. Here we go. Maybe put this on the side here. Some crazy gimmick. There we go. That's really cool. Well, you can spin it around, but you kind of get the idea. So you actually have another pair of that. So a lot of this stuff you get in pairs, which is great. You can dual wield them. So this one will be on the other side. Otherwise, this one has double pegs. You can go in either side of the hand or here. And this is actually imprinted on the other side. That way, when you put it on, depending on where you're posting him, like on this side here, you will have the decals. Right, so let me put on this guy. See if I can get this. There we go. Actually, it fits quite nicely, and yeah, quite great. And here we go, dual wielding. Yeah, this is amazing. I do have a little bit of problem with the wrist. Yes, it does fall down. Maybe it's one of those. Maybe they should have put ratcheting joint on the wrist also, but not really a big thing at the moment. Yeah, this is amazing. I just like how there's a lot of little gimmicks here and there. And also, actually there is some missiles here also on the shoulder. Can't have enough. This is crazy. I wish this thing opens up too. Maybe there's more missiles here that I haven't figured out yet. Huh, there's little tabs here. Maybe. But yeah, this is really nice. Really nicely made. So that's pretty much putting everything on him. There's another gimmick I found, but I'm not too sure what it's for. On the back here, there's a little port here that you can actually open it up. There's a peg and it's supposed to attach to something. I'm not sure. I mean, this is for the base down here, but not sure about this one. Oh, it does say Nox there. Yeah, trying to figure out what I can attach on that one. None of this does attach to this, so I'm just kind of wondering what that's for. Maybe in the future if there's any add-ons, or maybe we can swap it with other things, or maybe the flight pack. We'll see. Anyways, that's it for the attachments, and let's go over the other things, maybe the pilot and the hanger. Alright, so I also found this. We'll play around with it. You can actually remove this front part. I don't think it has some use right now. Maybe in the future where you can probably, or when they change out the different front part, probably have a longer or a sniper rifle. Who knows? But it just makes it more modular. Alright, next up we got Camera Nox, the pilot, and he is roughly about 2 inches. Yep. And does come with a nifty base here, and I just say Armarauders, which is really cool. I think there's some lettering there too. Trying to read it. And you get this little guy here, and for the details, it's actually quite amazing. Yep, you get that nice orange for the helmet. You get that details, and it's also posable. You have the neck here, it's on a ball joint. Kind of limited with what you can do other than move it side to side, but you also have the shoulder here. Quite articulated. You get the elbow, which you can also twist other than the 90-degree bend, and you also have the wrist. It's just a straight peg. And then you have the waist here, the legs, the knee. And there's no ankle joint at the bottom. You probably don't need it, or you probably don't. Other than that, you have the gimmicks on here. You can take this out here. This actually turns into a gun. And we just separate this. Get that little holder there, which mounts on each hand. So this connector part just separates out. And you can probably stash it on the back. That way everything's together. And once I can get this thing on here, there we go. You can dual wield. That's a really cool rifle or handgun. That's nice. On top of that, you have this nifty backpack here. Thrusters are not movable, but it's small enough. These are connected by a straight peg. Same thing on the other side. And this one, you can just move this around. And it's kind of like another rifle on his back, like cannons. That's really nifty. You can also remove this whole thing here. To do so, you gotta, let me just put this on the back here. You gotta pop out his head. There we go. It's a, again, it is a ball joint. Remove this whole thing, and you can just put this back as the pilot without the suit. Well, his added suit. This backpack here. And it's kind of nifty that they have that option. Yep, really nice. I'll probably just put this aside here. Right, after that, let's get back to Bellerophon. And yeah, there's, well, actually, let's get to the base first. Alright, we got the base here, and this is amazing. For a figure to have this, you rarely see an actual working base to go along with the figure. Usually this comes with a stand, but this is nifty looking. So on this one, there's a couple of things. So you get this base here, you get 2 pillars with this movable, how do we call this? So basically the pilot comes up here, and let's get the pilot here. So he can climb up here, can be on here, and he can be working on the console. Has some details there. Same thing on the other side here. And you can interchange these guys. Yeah, just pop them out. There we go. If you want to use the other one. So the console. And this platform also, you can remove this railing here if you wish to, but why would you do that? And also this railing kind of comes together, and you have this hatch here, or another platform. This one just extends, I think, to that point, and you just connect them together. There we go. Keep it in the middle here. And this whole thing also goes up. So let me do that without this thing. So here, there's a tab here. I usually just pull this up. There we go. Same thing on the other side. Just pull it up. I have a little problem putting it down. So to pull this down, sometimes... Okay, actually this one have no problem. Before I had issues where it will just get stuck. Yep. Maybe not really an issue. Right. Also for the actually arm base here. Oh wait, get to that point, you can move these guys here and move in different slots. For this one, you can open up this and able to extend this and lock it in place. Then you have this different locations, and depending on which angle you want this at. And also, actually this one just slides there. There we go. You can take this out, and you got different. It's a gear, which allows you to rotate it whichever way you want it to. There we go. Or just leave it on the lowest point and put it in the third or the middle part. There we go. Also, you'll see this on things on the back. I think my guess is you can put your weapons or Bellerophon's weapons over here on both ends. It's a nice weapon rack right there. Get him back here. Right, so putting this on, we're just gonna match it on the bottom. Should just peg in place. There we go. Maybe one more notch. And there we go. He's standing. All right. Put this in together, and or even raise it up. Let me get this thing set up. It's gonna be a little hard. I think one of my problems is I already put this thing on here. I'm gonna have to remove that as well as the waist. That way he can have his arms on the side while we raise this thing up. Actually, maybe better yet, we can just move this forward here. There we go. It's probably a better option. Just move this on the last segment right there. And I just noticed there are connection here, and if they do continue this line, you can put the next hanger on this one. So you're gonna have a huge hanger bay, which is amazing. Right, so raise this up. That's still gonna hit. Let me adjust that. Alright, so after fiddling around, I move one more notch. Remove this one. Yeah, this is actually kind of hard to remove. So when they are here, you want to make sure you grab this side here. You do have a little bit of clearance there to put your fingers in, and you pop out this way. If you try to grab this, you actually end up popping. This actually clipped on, and you end up popping just this side, but the connector part is still on the arm. Yeah. Anyways, so if you do have the character here, this allows you to basically raise the whole platform up. Do that. There we go. And there are this part here which locks in place, and this prevents it from going down. Now to unlock that, you get your flat screwdriver and you gotta pop that back in. I'm not sure if there's another way to do this from the other side, but I don't seem to see that. But that allows you to move down again. So if you just want to lock it in place, but it has enough friction to hold it up. Yep. Now moving up here, now this is probably one of the greatest gimmicks for this figure is right here. Right, so at the cockpit, it's actually, there is a working cockpit for this. Quite surprising. And basically you just kind of pull on this whole torso outward. There you go. And there's a little bit of like a notch there. Kind of holds it in place, and you just lift it up. There we go. That's amazing. Push this down. You can put the pallet in. There are pegs here for the hands. Let's see if we can get a closer look on those. So there's a peg on the back right here, as well as the handles. For me, I'm just gonna put them on here. There we go. I mean, you can take your time putting the whole hand and everything. But the key important thing is you gotta push this back here. Gonna put him securely in place. Close the hatch. There we go. And push it back in. That's amazing. You put the pallet in there. Really awesome. And let's just detach this as if it's getting ready to roll out. Yeah, this is just an amazing figure. And obviously, if you want to just use the hanger as a base, you can remove this, just use it as a stand. Alright, and I just removed the pillars and the platform, and here we go. It makes a great action base here. And also, I forgot, there's actually an illustrated manual right here. I should have checked it. But actually, the great thing about this figure, a lot of things are intuitive, like where they should go in terms of the peg system, and that's great. So, other than a few things, there's a little things that I missed out on. So one of which, we already went over the pilot here. This one here, the gun actually can be stashed inside, just behind the seat on the cockpit. That I missed out, but for the most part, I think I covered. Well, I don't know. You can remove that top part of the visor also. Yeah, for the most part, I think I covered it all. Yep, really cool. Other than that, you also gonna get this awesome comic here. Really great. I'm not gonna go through it, and it's something that you should really support the line and buy it. And check this out. Let's check inside. It's great. There's a lot of awesome artwork, and kind of just get you started with the whole story for this. And also, you're gonna get this one, and this is really cool. This is actually a hard case right here. That's some nice artwork. I really like this. And inside, you're gonna get awesome DVD here with special stuff. Interestingly enough, with this day and age, most computers now don't have DVD players. Yeah, you only have USB ports, so I'm gonna have to, well, probably just use a DVD player and see what's inside here. But this is really nice. Other than that, I think I've covered for the most part. I mean, there's gonna be probably a few things I missed out, but oh well. Alright, so bottom line, this is an amazing figure. I would highly recommend getting it. It's probably one of my top favorite figures of all time. Yeah, yeah. As a toy collector, this is just great for the size, the gimmicks, and just the intricate details they put into design this. It's just amazing. It's really worth what you paid for it. Now the price on this one is quite steep for some, but as a toy collector, I think it's quite reasonable, especially it's not one of your mainstream companies that are making this. And again, price, I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store. Runs to about 200 plus, probably around 270 with shipping. So around that price point. But even then, yeah, this is an amazing figure. And it's also kind of made by Sentinel, or they help made this awesome figure. And I'm a big fan of Sentinel. Pretty much buying a lot of stuff they're making. So yep, if I still signed all that, yeah, this must be good. And this is another great figure by them. Alright, that's about it for the figure review. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.